Welcome back to my book channel. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and today I have a continuation of the Mighty Storm series. Technically, you can just stop at the first two if that's what you want, but the whole entire series follows the band members in the Mighty Storm TMS. And I think I read The Mighty Storm, which is this one right here. Oh, there's prints. I want to say the beginning of this year. But let's just, before we get into this, how are you doing? I hope you're doing very well. This is the same day, mainly because I literally just finished this book. And I was like, Lauren, tomorrow you have your internship, so you're not going to be wanting to film after your internship. You might as well get this review out the way while you're thinking about it. Say. Even if you don't want to. Just want to move on to a different book. But no, on the grind. Anyways, so yeah, and it's just me and Prince. We're just, look at him. He's just, there's the stairs. He's just chilling, But like I said, I hope you all are doing well. I hope this review brightens your day somehow. I don't know. But I am just wanting to talk about books. So let's get into it, and like and subscribe if you want to see more from Law. Yes. I read The Mighty Storm, I want to say last year. Let me look it up. I read it in January. I read this and gave it 5 stars. It's a thick one, and that's the reason why I read it, because it was a tome, because it's over 500 pages. This is a Rockstar Romance where we follow Jake and True, who are childhood friends and kind of sweethearts, even though they both didn't know each other like them. You know, those kind of things. And Jake moves away. They were living in the UK. Jake moves away when he's like 14 or something and loses contact with True. Then he becomes a big famous rock star. And so like she knows him, and she is actually a musical journalist. So one day her boss tells her that she has the opportunity to interview Jake, and since they are close friends and childhood friends, it should be no problem. But True is, on the other hand, she's like, I don't know if he's going to remember me, and all these feelings that she has for Jake. And it turns out everything was so great. This one was really good. There is infidelity in here because True is in a relationship when she first starts getting into it with Jake, but she keeps saying that they should just really break it off because she's not feeling the same way she has felt with Jake, with her significant other. So if you don't like infidelity, like that's the only fidelity. It's just her cheating on her significant other with Jake. And Jake does not care. He wants True, but he also wants True to break up with her significant other, which she does, obviously. I'm not giving that away. That's what happens. A lot of things do happen. There is lots of drugs in here because he's a rock star. And there are also other hints of like jealousy and infidelity or implied infidelity. Just saying. But I am saying this is a great Rockstar Romance. And if you haven't read it, then please read it. But we're talking about the sequel, and that is Wuthering the Mighty Storm. And this one is a continuation of this. Like, this is, I think, 2 weeks after the ending of this book. And so we have True and Jake getting, if you're watching this is going to be a spoiler. But at the end of this, Jake proposes to True, and she accepts. And so now this is them getting married, her actually settling down in the LA because she is from the UK, and also dealing with the insecurities she has with Jake's past, not just the drugs, but also the women. There is a lot of women in his past who he's had one night stands with, or just basically had a sexual relationship multiple times with. And a situational ship, there you go, yeah, that's a good one. She has to get through those insecurities because they're almost everywhere. She says, like, she even talks about how she doesn't like it when she has to walk into her room and try to figure out which girls has he had sex with, all that kind of stuff. So there's that. And then you have Jake with his problem in this book is what comes up in like the first 2 chapters is kids. So she wants kids, and then we find out that he technically doesn't want kids. And so obviously that means there's gonna be a kid somewhere in here, and there is. And that leads to some very, very great angst. So like a lot of like this book is like high angst, and I love it. I love angst with an HEA at the end. Like you can't just give me angst and then all of a sudden like it ends horribly. Like Titanic, that's heavy angst, and it ended with tragedy, and I hated it. Like I want happy tears, not sad tears. You know what I mean? Okay, off my rant. But like, yeah, this is very high angst for me, and with ends with the AGA. So I'm just saying, like, some things let my like have my stomach drop. Other things like situations, I was just like, oh man, life of a rock star. Like you have to like take that with what it is. Okay. But this was great. I gave it 5 stars, and I hope that you actually like read these 2. And then there are characters in both these. Like, it's the same book, basically. It's same timeline. Who you will fall in love with. I fell in love with Stuart in the first book because I was like, oh my gosh, I wish Stuart had his own book because he is he's the gay PA of Jake. And he's just so good. I love him. And then you got like very good bits of him in this one with his story, but I want his own story of like him being the PA of Jake and then finding True, and then this, well, what happens in this and his love interest. So yes, I want that book. We also have Thomas and Denny, who are part of the band, and Denny is also in this one because of True's best friend, Simone, and then Tom, who is the man whore of the, band, and he also has his own little love interest that you kind of see in this one because she's a badass. I thoroughly enjoyed this book, and I am thinking about reading Tom's part because, like, I didn't like Tom in The Mighty Storm, but I loved him in this because he's the person that you need in the group who is down for the count and also understands, like, he's ribbing you about your relationship, but he also doesn't want you to mess up your relationship because that's the best that you're gonna get. So yes, this was great. Love Tom. I think I might read Tom's book, but this whole entire series I think is like 6 books, and I think the first 2 are True and Jake. Then I think it's like Tom and his love interest, and then maybe Denny and Simone. Then we get like introductions to new players in the scene, and I think there's another book with True and Jake in it. I forgot which one it is. I don't know if it's like 4 or 5, but that one has something very, very heartwarming in it. And based off of the description, like, I know that it has to do with something very close to Jake. and I don't want to ruin like all that happens in this for the other series, but like it's something having to pertain to something very personal to Jake that he finds out about and decides to step up and be something that he hoped another person would have fulfilled. But yes, oh my gosh, I'm about to tear up because I know. Anyways, this is a great, like these two were great. This is great. You can't read this one without reading this one. So get to it, guys. Get to it. I hope you all enjoyed this. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer, and I'm here with Prince, who is, I don't know what he's doing back there. We will see you in the next video. I hope you have a wonderful day. And I don't know if I said this again, but I'm just going to say it again. My name is Lady Lauren Explorer. Bye.